Hey, this is Sean McGary from the Music Salon in Cincinnati, Ohio, here with the one and only amazing Mr. Guthrie Trapp.
Hey,
Guthrie,
man.
how you doing, brother?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. We just finished our weekend of the Deep Dive Guitar Workshop. This is our second one we did, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about this experience that we did this weekend, how it went, what to expect. Let's talk, man. What'd you think?
Well, I learned a lot.
Yeah. Did you learn a lot from these guys?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like I probably learned the most when I do these things because I'm having to go back and explain or try to all the things that changed my life on the guitar when I was 12 or 13, which is at this point, 35 years ago.
Yeah.
So I say that jokingly, but it's really kind of true. And we all know that to get good at anything, it's a matter of time. And so the cool thing is spending 2 days with these guys where they can really kind of have the time for, some of the guys said at the end of the day, they thought, man, the end of day 2, I really got it clicked, and so you can do Zoom lessons, as we all know, and but it's not the same as having a bunch of guys in the room, and not only the guitar part of it, but just the camaraderie and the dinner hangs and the capstone performance jam session at the end of the second day, and just being around everybody and having fun together. It's a community thing.
Exactly. So when people ask me about this, why did I put it on? Why do I do this event? Why did I hire you? I mean, I wanted to use one of the best instructors and players in the world, and you're just such a great guy to be around, like with stories. But it's
one of the best in this tax bracket.
Well, hey, we'll talk about that later. All right, we won't make
your tax bracket, not mine.
Oh, okay. But we call this deep dive for a reason.
Right.
Mr. Tax Guy.
I'm just kidding.
But
yeah. No, it's a deep dive. Yeah. It is, and so not to get too into the guitar part of it, but yeah, it's the difference between. And I'm not speaking about myself, but me and all my buddies that I consider some of my favorite musicians and best guitar players is, there's a lot of people out there teaching, but I think you got to learn from somebody that's a working professional, that's been in the trenches their whole life. And we're the ones that kind of are able to trim the fat and get right down to the things that really worked for us, So that's the difference between, I think, learning from somebody that is a working professional. And again, I'm not just talking about myself, but my friends that teach, like Jack Roosh and Uncle Larry and our Brett Papa and all the guys now that live in Nashville, Marty Schwartz and all these guys everybody's found their niche with teaching and they're great at it. But, you got to have some experience to be able to share some of these things and shed some light on some things.
Right. Well, being a great player doesn't make you a great teacher, which, best of both worlds with you, obviously.
Well, thanks. I'm learning how to be a better teacher, and that's a thing that progresses also. So,
just to get back to your point real quick, I mean, this whole weekend is about the experience. I tell people, I mean, we have people flying from Florida, Atlanta, Chicago, Cleveland, all over. So we're in Cincinnati, so you kind of make lifelong friends here. By the end of this 2 days, like we've spent all day together hanging out and playing guitar. We went to a dinner last night. Tonight we're gonna have a concert at a local club here in Cincinnati. Everybody's gonna get on stage and get to play with you in an all-star band. So it's such a cool experience, man. Like that people can get to spend this time and like just absorb so much stuff.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And we're not gonna tell you exactly where we are here, but it's a beautiful neighborhood. Our host is very gracious and lets me stay here. My room is actually right behind us here, and so it's the only I'll say one of about 2 or 3 events that I don't have to ask what hotel I'm staying at, because it's just a great property to have the event, to be honest with you. And so, it's nice to not be in a studio or like a sterile
Music stores.
Yeah, music store or a hotel conference room or something like that. It's just, and that has a lot to do with it. It's a great location. Just the building that we're in, there's a lot of natural light. You can go right outside and take a little break.
We got a lake with fish. We got all kinds of stuff, man.
It's just perfect. Yeah. It's a perfect location for
We're
it,
off the beaten path, yeah.
Yeah.
To your point, I think a good atmosphere creates a good vibe to learn in. So you want to have a cool place where you're comfortable.
Right, and it's kind of it's a studio environment, which when you bring in your guitars and your gear, you want to have a clean space that's
Right.
organized and sounds good, and we have all the toys that we need. Of course, we're right here.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely gonna do these all over the country, and again here next year in Cincinnati, and just keep your ears open and eyes out for what's gonna happen. But this is such a great experience. It's the Guthrie Trapp Deep Dive Guitar Experience, brought to you by the Music Salon. Dude, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
buddy.
This was an amazing weekend.